What you doing? You being good boys? Hi. Hi, pretty boys. You beautiful babies.
Hello everybody, welcome to Free Range Art Farm. My name is Thomas. Today is March 6th, 2022. Sunday, it's about 77 degrees, partly sunny outside, a little bit of a breeze, and today we're just going to get into the hives and do a quick little check, add some pollen patties, check and see if they're all making brood, if they're queen right, things like that. We're just kind of taking advantage of this warm weather that we have here in early March. All right, it's not March 6th anymore. I mean, we did do that on March 6th, and you'll see that video here in a second. It's now March 12th, and it's 30 degrees, and we've got some snow and wind. And I wanted to bring up this point because this is a dangerous time of year for the bees. We lose a lot of colonies. Well, not we personally, we as in the beekeeping community lose a lot of bees come February, March. We make it through the winter, and then when temperatures start to warm up, the bees are out, they're getting active, they're doing stuff, and they're not bringing in resources, and colonies will die. So this is actually kind of a critical time, and I wanted to illustrate that point by showing you not 6 days ago, it was 77 degrees. Actually, 5 days ago on Monday, it was 80 degrees. And here we have about an inch, maybe half an inch of snow and 30-degree temperatures. Started with rain, freezing rain, sleet, snow. So just not good stuff for the bees. But luckily we went in last week, made sure they had enough stores, made sure they're ready to survive being cooped up for a few days, even with their growing numbers. So stay tuned for the quick video. It's going to be a little bit choppy. We just kind of went through all the colonies and kind of pointed out some things that I thought was interesting about any of them. We did add pollen patties to everybody except for the one queenless colony because the pollen is there for the brood, and since it's not really queenless, just as a virgin queen. And I'll link to that video up there where we talk about that. And so we just went through, did a check. Everybody's looking good. Everybody's looking healthy. So stay tuned for that video.
Wow. Wow. Look at that.
Bunch of brood this side.
Amazing.
This side. And then there's a whole other frame that's got just as much on it. And another frame of solid eggs. So all that brood, larva.
It's funny because on camera, the top left corner almost has a greenish tint to it, and you said you saw like a greenish yellow pollen they're bringing in.
Yeah, let's look on this other box here, and I'll show you. There's more girls with the pollen on this box right there. See the little pollen baskets on these girls, all of them.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
What pollen is that? They're bringing in a ton of it, though. All right, I like these girls.
Ooh, that wind.
Okay, here's interesting. They're growing some drone brood. This all looks to be drones. So these girls may be deciding to swarm soon, because when they start building drones, that's kind of an indicator that.
So how can we stop the swarm?
Well, we'll find out if that's where they are. If it's just the drones right now. I mean, they're not hatched out yet. They're gonna soon though. They may want to swarm here in a few weeks. But we'll look for swarm cells, and if we see some, I will show them.
That's a good thing we've got the swarm catchers up.
Yeah, catch our own bees. Oh, it's a heavy frame. Lots of brood. Look at all that brood.
Wow.
That's good. We got a little waggle dance going on.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, there it is.
2 of them.
What do you think they found?
Probably more pollen.
They're hanging off the bottom.
This is a heavy frame. This is good.
There's a lot of them on the bottom right there. There's
Yeah.
a huge clump of bees on the bottom.
Another decently heavy frame. Lots of brood. These girls are ready to explode in size too.
So we might have to split this one?
Yeah. We have to split this one. We have to split the blue one.
How many hives do we have we can use?
Yeah.
We have to get
figure
more
it out.
hives, yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll make a couple of resource colonies. We'll split into a couple more. Again, I'm checking the inner cover every time just to make sure the queen's not on it. All right. How are you ladies?
How you doing?
How you doing? Okay, end frame, still empty, that's fine. Okay, this one was a little bit weaker going into winter, but obviously they've survived. Oh, this one's not built out. There's a bunch not built out on this top. You girls got some work to do this year.
Whoa, the
lots of eggs in here, though.
honey.
Some honey, there's eggs. Yeah, and there's eggs down in all these frames. Or cells, I mean.
Yeah, the other side I saw.
Yeah, hold it still for like a couple seconds. Okay. Oh, there's our queen. Look at the queen. Look at her. See by my finger?
Yep.
It's a big fat queen. Good girl. Good girl. And there's a bunch of eggs here, so she just laid these.
Oh yeah, I see. Wow, it's a long butt.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all honey here. That's all capped honey.
This is capped.
Yep, actually here, watch this.
Whoa.
How cool is that, huh?
That is cool. It's
I
weird
know,
that
I
there's
ruined your work,
those-
girls.
Those little zigzaggy designs, like worm type.
Yeah, and that's
trails.
how you can kind of tell that it's capped honey, is it has that interesting, like, zigzaggy design. Yeah, look at that. Oh, and look at all this drone brood. Look at all those boys that are growing.
How can you tell they're boys?
See how this is regular brood?
Yeah.
And it has this brown color, that's how you can tell it's brood. And this is bumped up, almost like a
Oh yeah.
pencil eraser.
Oh yeah.
This is drone. Because they're bigger, they need more space.
Okay, makes sense.
Wow.
Whoa. Look at all that drone brood.
Yeah. There's going to be some boys in the air soon. So that's good. Okay. Lots of nectar in here. So the difference is almost semantic, but nectar is just uncapped. So it's still has too high of a moisture content. And then once they cap it, then that's technically honey. And the queen cells were on one of these center frames. So they should all be dismantled at this point.
Okay.
Last time I found the queen like way over here on this frame. Oh yeah, she's still here.
Oh.
I think that's the queen. They're little tiny, wait. Yeah, over here by my finger. She's just got a longer butt.
Yeah.
But it's still tiny because she hasn't mated.
Huh.
I think that's her.
I see her. I see her.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they may actually decide to dispatch her themselves, but if she's not laying, then they're kind of in trouble.
But you're saying you're concerned with that you don't want them to fill up everything with honey.
Right, I'm concerned, what I'm checking for is to make sure that how full they have filled this with resources, because when we get a laying queen into this colony, she's going to need space to lay, and if all the comb is filled full of honey and pollen, then she won't have anywhere to lay. So far they don't have too much. Oh, this is a heavier frame.
So what will we
Look at all
do?
that old honey.
Ooh, wow. A lot. So what would we do if they are all full with honey by the time we get a laying queen?
We'll have to swap out some frames, maybe from another colony or some that we have in storage.
Oh, okay, so just harvest the honey and then give them some
no,
fresh...
not necessarily harvest the honey. Just take some empty frames that we have and put them in here. But they need to have built-out combs, so she has a place to start laying immediately.
Got it. Exactly what you sound like.
So what do you see all the little butts in the air? What are they doing?
Barfing.
Yeah, they're depositing nectar into those cells.
Same thing. Other side too, there's a whole bunch. Let me see.
Bunch of bee butts.
Bee butts. I like bee butts, I cannot lie.
And so the way they do this is in a frame of brood. The brood is usually kind of in a semicircle in the center. Then there's usually pollen or bee bread, which they don't have in here yet. And then they put honey and nectar in the corners. So that's why they're putting nectar up there. They're leaving space for pollen, and then the brood is all here. Not much going on there.
Wow.
A little bit of honey up in here.
See, I always thought the bottom would be like filled if they were already up into the top, you know?
Yeah, they sort of build from the center, and they like to build upwards and outwards. So they, especially with these 10-frame boxes, the 2 or 3 outside frames seem to never get too full, or it takes a long time.
So then why get a 10 frame? Why not just get 8 frame?
So that's looking good. Maybe we'll see brood on this frame. This is heavy. Yep, there's some brood.
Yay.
Now it's ready to emerge here in the next probably week, maybe less. Same thing on this side. So these girls are going to explode. Oh, there's the queen. There's our queen right there. By the... See her? Are you anywhere near where I'm pointing? The tip of this thing.
Yeah.
On the corner edge of the frame.
Now.
There you go.
Yep.
Ooh.
What?
What is that? That looks bad.
Oh, wow. That's like... It looks like mold.
Mm-hmm.
Bad honey? Did it maybe have like...
No, it doesn't smell.
Aw.
I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. Here's some more brood. And some larvae.
That's good.
All right.
But...
So creepy with the bee buds.
I'm a little bee perv.
Yeah. All right. No queen on here. All right, you can see how many, like, almost every frame has bees on it and in between it.
Oh, yeah.
So their numbers are strong. Here. Yeah, there's nectar in this outside frame. And a bunch of nectar here. Wow. That's why they weren't taking any of that feed on top, though, because they had plenty of nectar. So they just didn't need it. I'm pretty sure most of these frames are ones that are all comb that they built, too.
Oh, a lot of drone.
Yeah, look at all the drone.
Whoa.
Look at you being able to identify that right away.
Yeah, other side, too.
Yep.
Looks like Cocoa Puffs.
And here's the reason they're drones, because they built this comb themselves, and they built it for nectar. So all of these cells are a little bit bigger, so they're drone-sized cells. So the queen says, "Oh, that's that size cell, so I need to lay a drone."
So why is the one side light and then the other side dark, but they're both drones?
This is probably more recently capped than that.
Oh, okay.
Or these are actually starting to be chewed through and emerge.
That's what I was wondering. Okay, that was kind of what I was thinking. They're about to come out.
Yeah, there's a bunch of drone brood up here.
Whoa, yeah.
And that's okay. We're gonna, this is all gonna get converted over. We're gonna get the queen in the lower box and then put an excluder, and then they'll only put honey up in top. So.
It's getting windy.
Yep, a ton of broods, ton of drone brood.
Yep.
Well, our queen is laying, that's for sure.
Yeah. Look how bumpy that is.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Because again, they don't read the books that I give them.
It's like they built a little roller coaster for themselves.
So notice this bump out, right?
Yeah.
Now watch the next frame we pick up.
It's gonna be a caved in right there, right?
Yep.
Oh wow, it's a hole.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I know it was a little bit choppy, but hey, that's what happens. And as you can tell, obviously I didn't record an intro and outro that day. I was going to wait until the weather was nice and we were going to be back out into the apiary. But this is where we are on March 12th. So thanks for watching. Be good, be well, be safe, be happy. And as always, be mindful of the bees. We need them. Thanks. We'll catch you next time.